Let us pray. Loving and gracious God, you lead us to accomplishments which satisfy and delight us. And we believe these accomplishments also, when they serve you, satisfy and delight you as well. So as we gather together for the graduation of the class of 2023, we thank you for their accomplishments. We thank you for the opportunities to delight. We thank you for the gifts that they have brought to the community and the gifts that they will be leaving the community and taking into the world. And so please bless us. Please bless us in this ceremony and as we go forth, that we may know your presence with us and be a people who delight. And all this we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Please be seated. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the 42nd annual commencement exercises of St. Andrew's Episcopal School. Today we gather here at the National Cathedral, the spiritual font and home of St. Andrew's, to give thanks for the lives and the contributions of the class of 2023 and to celebrate together their graduation from St. Andrew's. Seniors, class of 2023, each of you has made our school community richer by your presence. Together, you have excelled academically, artistically, athletically. Your class has made St. Andrew's more thoughtful and more spirited. You have led your fellow Lions and our school with growth and positive energy this year. During your upper school years, you also faced the challenges and the frustrations of the pandemic with resilience, and then you cheered our return to campus and the fullness of community. Thank you for that. I am proud of you and I will miss you. I am also confident that you will lead wonderful lives. St. Andrew's believes that each of you is a unique and precious child of God. You have been raised and educated with constant hope, support, and love. You are capable and you are ready to lead the lives of learning and service which our school mission calls you to do. Graduation also gives your families, your teachers, and your friends the opportunity to confirm and celebrate your largest fresh start yet. Gathered before you are the people who have made all of your fresh starts possible, who have brought you to this moment of achievement and new beginning, and who are filled with joy for your future. I know, class of 2023, you join me in thanking those who have raised you, those who have taught you, and those who have made sure that each day you were known, loved, supported, and challenged at St. Andrew's. And I want to thank them on your behalf. Thank you, parents. You have prioritized education for your children, giving them unsurpassed opportunities, including the opportunity to attend St. Andrew's. You have helped St. Andrew's fulfill its mission to know and inspire your children. You have provided the love and the values that are essential to their health, their happiness, and their character. You have congratulated and consoled these young adults through many triumphs and setbacks of school and adolescence. You have nurtured your children, and you have also allowed and expected them to grow up into responsible and independent young adults. These are your children, whom we have helped and you have raised, and I congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you, faculty and staff of St. Andrews. You have chosen to serve a school that puts students first, that sees each child's promise, and thus each day you give more and grow more than you might have to elsewhere. Your ability to develop each child's potential as a learner and a person is your greatest gift. Your scholarship and your skills are impressive. Your dedication to your students and to each other and to St. Andrews is inspiring. When grateful students and families speak of the special feel and mission of St. Andrews, they are talking about the creativity of your minds and the steadfastness of your love for children. Thank you to our trustees. You are the hardworking stewards of St. Andrews, and you demonstrate each day that true leadership is service. You love and strengthen St. Andrews selflessly so that it will be a stronger, better school for our children's children. And finally, thank you to our good friend, Bishop Mary Ann Buddy, and the staff of this cathedral, who have graciously once again welcomed St. Andrews home to this sacred, inspired space today. Now please join in standing to sing hymn 482, Lord of All Hopefulness, the words of which are on the back of your program. Please be seated again. It is a St. Andrew's tradition for two graduating seniors to offer reflections on behalf of their class. Lorenzo Loreda will offer our first reflection. Lorenzo has been raised in a multilingual and diplomatic family and has contributed a special level of cultural and global understanding and knowledge to the academic and social life of his class. Beyond the classroom, Lorenzo has been highly committed to service and has been a strong contributor to our school newspaper and Model United Nations programs. His oral history interview of the former president of Colombia on the peace negotiations that ended a decade-long conflict will be a special part of our school archives, and he will no doubt thrive at Tulane University next year. Lorenzo?
Dear Mr. Kozaski, trustees, parents, faculty, staff, honored guests, and the class of 2023, I want to thank you for being here on this joyous day. We wouldn't be here without you in this fabulous place and this amazing moment. When I was selected to be one of the speakers for today, I thought very long and hard about what to say about what we've learned during our time at St. Andrews and where we're heading as a class. And I settled on diversity. We are all familiar with the word diversity. It is something that St. Andrews prides itself on. I remember first hearing this word when I got to St. Andrews in 6th grade, especially from our head of middle school at the time. I learned about diversity through the conferences we had, where interesting people from different backgrounds and races were highlighted. I remember being impacted by the speeches from our head of middle school, who, often through humor and passion, emphasized the usefulness of respect and tolerance. I think I can speak for all of us that attended our middle school when I say that he was pretty good at instilling in us the values that are central to St. Andrews, including diversity. What we think about race, gender, and ethnicity is very important. Unfortunately, the world we occupy is often very divisive. As we know well from our studies, in our history and to this day, people have been discriminated against for all of these factors. Other aspects of diversity, like socioeconomic background, sexual orientation, and religion, add to the challenges of reconciling differences. By opening our minds to different cultures, ways of thinking, and learning to appreciate these differences, we become more tolerant, respectful, and can stand up to hate. We also open ourselves to countless opportunities. Our teachers and administrators recognize the usefulness of highlighting the diversity of the St. Andrews community. In class discussions, we heard many different interesting perspectives from people based on their unique backgrounds. I remember one time in a discussion on the role of government, a fellow student with a different background was genuinely surprised when he heard that here in the US, we would routinely question the actions of government. In one class recently, we were paired with another student and assigned a partner in another country, so we could help the partner to build a social enterprise. In my case, another student and I worked with a Haitian partner, and it was eye-opening for us to learn his views on how for the enterprise to function, we had to consider the socioeconomic conditions that plague Haiti. Chapel was another important part of the school that celebrated people's differences. We are an Episcopal school, of course, but in addition to our services for Easter and other Christian holidays, we were fortunate to participate in services for important events in other religions and cultures, such as Ramadan, the Jewish High Holy Days, and the Chinese New Year. Certainly, the diversity that's centered around race, gender, and ethnicity is important, but high school has taught us another important valuable aspect, and that is the value of diversity of experiences. Something all my classes had in common was that teachers routinely encouraged students to give their personal insights in discussions. The responses people gave derived from their own unique experiences, which has been influenced by their background and values they grew up with at home. Hearing the voices of others allowed us to look at different sides of issues and get a more detailed outlook on them. St. Andrews allowed us to hear diverse ideas and perspectives while also giving us the chance to explore our own. It wasn't just students that displayed this type of diversity, but also teachers that displayed different styles of teaching. Some classes were more discussion-based, some revolved around solving problems, some revolved around creating a problem to solve. These differences had nothing to do with the class being challenging or not. They had to do with the unique teaching style of the teachers. Thank you, teachers, administrators, and parents for exposing us to such a diverse amount of experiences, because by being able to experience these different types of classes, combined with our own unique backgrounds, we have been able to discover more about how we learn and look at everything from different angles. These classes taught us that adaptation is important and that there are many different ways to present information. Because of the different experiences we have had, we cannot just be put into a single box. We're not just basketball players, we're theater kids. We're not just musicians, we're club members. We're not just dedicated students, we're volunteers committed to service. Diverse experiences make us unique and more prepared to take on the world because everyone has walked different paths. Our strength comes from this diversity of experiences, but only if we manage to come together and understand each other. With the degree of polarization we see in our world today, tolerance and respect of different beliefs is essential to be able to begin a conversation or embark on a joint project with people that think differently. So, my message today is, as we all move forward in our lives, let's keep seeking out the new and different experiences that are out there. Doing so will make us more knowledgeable, will open the door to countless opportunities, and help us make a difference in this world. I would like to thank my teachers, my family, and my peers for being there when I needed you and supporting me on my St. Andrews journey. Thank you everyone for your attention, and congratulations to my classmates, the diverse class of 2023.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Alex Saxton will offer our second reflection. Alex's kindness, collaboration, and positive leadership have defined his years at St. Andrews since middle school. In addition to being a leader of our boys' basketball program, Alex has served as treasurer of student government, a student ambassador, and a member of the Chaplain's Advisory Board, Black Student Alliance, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He is a consistent advocate, leader, and friend for his peers, and a kind mentor for our younger Lions. At Tuesday's Honors Assembly, he received the David Mayhood Award in recognition of his growth and leadership, and he will attend the University of Maryland next year. Alex?
Dear Mr. Kozowski, trustees, parents, faculty, staff, honored guests, fellow students, and the amazing class of 2023. Welcome and thank you for being here today. I'm sure I speak for our entire class when I say how much we appreciate all the tireless hard work you put into ensuring we got to this very special moment on this very important day. I was thinking hard about this speech, and at one point, I asked myself the question of why I was selected to give it. I'm pretty sure I received the honor of speaking to you today because I dislocated my shoulder on my senior night, on my birthday, 7 seconds into the game, and the administration felt bad for me, so they gave me this. But then I had another thought. Maybe they gave me this because they like my voice. That's not only a joke, though. It's actually the subject of my speech. I want to talk about what I've learned about my voice during my time here at St. Andrews. how to use it, when to use it, and how this exceptional class will use their voices going forward. You see, we all obviously have voices, but it's how you use them that determines where you go in life. When you speak and communicate, you want to make sure that you are getting your message across in an effective and efficient way. All of the presentations, the assignments, the Great Works Project, the Oral History Project, all of them prepared us to use our voices. But me personally, I actually started learning about how to best use my voice even earlier than that. I learned from Dr. Glasgow in middle school what a good speech looks like. This dates back all the way back to 6th grade when our whole grade got in trouble. On the field trip to the Chesapeake Bay, we were playing football and we broke someone's fence. No one said anything about it. Dr. Glasgow got a call about it a few days later and he was very disappointed. He asked us how we were going to fix this. "You need money to fix it," he said. His speech certainly inspired me and my classmates. We came up with the brilliant idea that we needed to have a bake sale. This is the exact moment in my life when I learned to use my voice to not complain, but to state the problem and propose how to solve it. Dr. Glasgow always got his message across without making you feel like you were doing terribly. He let you know you were in the wrong, but also let you know that there was a solution to the problem. His speeches were more of an invitation to problem solving. Another lesson that I learned during my time at St. Andrews is how to use your voice in the difficult task of being persistent. I recall my freshman year on the varsity boys basketball team. Everything was great. I was the kid on this extremely successful team, a team that got to travel to different places, play around, and just do so many fun activities. And yet, I was hung up on one thing. My voice was pretty much non-existent to all of the older upperclassmen guys on the team. I had almost no say at all when it came to any decision being made, and my opinion was often never even considered. Well, at least up to the point where it all clicked. The captain of the team suddenly got injured and was expected to be out for the rest of the season. This was a terrible moment for the team, but something good actually came out of it. Maybe it was because he couldn't do much when he was injured, or maybe it was because he had to spend some time on the bench with me. But he actually started listening to what I had to say. He finally understood that everyone's voice matters, even the freshmen who were on the bench. Now, maybe not all my ideas were good, but that was okay. Because once he started listening to me, he could explain what was good and what was not. But the point is, I kept speaking and he kept listening. Remember, others may not always listen. Keep speaking up anyway. You never know when the situation may change, and your voice actually might be the one that carries that day. Who knows when that day might be? We don't, but we, the class of 2023, are officially entering a new chapter in life where we won't have our parents there to advocate and fight for us anymore. It's time that we decide our own fate and use our voices to make those distant dreams a reality. The time to speak is now. In college, there are way more people, so way more voices. It's more important than ever to listen, yes, but also to speak up and speak out. If you feel strongly about something, you are going to have to voice it. You're going to have to face any fears you may have. So what I've taken away from my time at St. Andrews is this. Don't just complain, have a solution. Keep speaking up. You are all important and deserve to be heard. Speak up and speak out against racism, homophobia, and the religious differences that divide us. If this world is ever going to change and become a more accepting and welcoming place, then we have to speak and act now. All of the presentations, the assignments, the projects, it all prepared us for this moment right now, our futures. Remember that your views and opinions are extremely important and crucial to the development of this world. Don't be afraid to voice them. Utilize all of the practice that St. Andrews has provided you for this exact moment. It is now our turn, class of 2023, to speak up and speak out. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. It is a special pleasure to welcome back a St. Andrews alumna to be our commencement speaker. Today's speaker is Neha Shastri, class of 2009. Before she received her St. Andrews diploma here in this cathedral 14 years ago, Neha distinguished herself as a contributor to the Maine News, our student newspaper, an actor in numerous school productions, and an avid photographer. She then graduated from the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, and then moved to New York City, thinking that she might work in television news, before forging a new path for herself as a producer and director of documentary films. In 2021, Neha made time to return to the St. Andrews campus and speak with our upper school students, emphasizing the importance of being open to new possibilities and having faith in yourself as you find your personal and professional way in the world. Neha has certainly followed her own advice. She helped create documentaries including The Murdoch's Empire of Influence and All In, The Fight for Democracy, about the impact of Stacey Abrams, which was shortlisted for a 2021 Academy Award. Last year, she directed Netflix's Harry and Meghan, which the New Yorker magazine hailed as one of the best documentary films of 2022. Not bad for the first decade of a very promising career. Please join me in thanking and welcoming home St. Andrews alumna Neha Shastri of the class of 2009 as our commencement speaker today.
Good morning, class of 2023, the faculty, parents, and family. It is an honor to join you this morning for this special occasion. It's surreal for me to be back here because I was sitting where you are, class of 2023, 14 years ago. And trust me, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be doing what I am today. When I was sitting down to write this speech, I couldn't help but feel wildly unqualified to give you advice. The world today looks extremely different than it was when I was in high school. My biggest concern my senior year was whether I could really pull off bangs. It turns out I could not. But meanwhile, class of 2023, you've navigated a global pandemic amongst other struggles. My classmates and I didn't endure what you have to sit here today. Having half of your freshman year remote and a sophomore year hybrid, it's unprecedented. Today is a celebration of your resilience and the relationships you've made with each other and with this school. Congratulations. I remember sitting where you are, and I had so many questions, like, when is this ceremony going to end? And can I fast forward the summer and get to college already? But in all seriousness, I had some other questions too. What was college actually going to be like? Was I really going to make new friends and these friends for life? Are the next 4 years the best I'll ever have? And the answer to those questions I quickly learned is that nothing in life turns out the way you think it will. But instead of that inciting fear in you, let it empower you. Here are some things to remember. Your choices aren't irreversible. If you don't like your major, you can change it. And if you don't like what you changed it to, you could switch back. The only thing that isn't irreversible is getting a neck or face tattoo, so don't do that. Keep in mind that you will get the chance to live many lives. Embrace change, because the world will change and you won't always be ready for it, but you will adapt. It's okay not to know things and to ask questions. In fact, I've made an entire career of asking questions. And on that note, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a documentary director and producer. I've made films about extraordinary people who shape our culture, for better or for worse. My documentaries have been about Stacey Abrams, Rupert Murdoch, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I've hiked through the Appalachian Mountains with environmental activists. I've walked through the Amazon rainforest at night, something I would not recommend. And I've driven on the Karakoram Highway, which is known as the most dangerous road in the world, all because I wanted to get a shot of the ancient Silk Road between China and Pakistan. I did all of these arguably questionable things for a simple reason. I love what I do. I love to make movies. When you set out to make a documentary or write a fiction film, you think about your story in a 3-act structure. In the first act, your characters develop, you get to know them. In the second, they face challenges. In the third act, they hopefully overcome their challenges or find some way forward. Sprinkled in are inciting incidents, moments that propel you towards change. There are dark hours, and there are turning points and moments of culmination. I like to think of this 3-act structure as a metaphor for life. You're in your first act. These next 4 years are for you to get to know yourself outside of your comfort zones. Unlike the movies, you'll face challenges and overcome them cyclically. There are so many lessons in front of you to be learned. I was really excited to get to college, but I also felt like I was diving into an abyss of the unknown. So if any of you feel that way, or even if you don't, I have some advice for you to hold close. For the next 4 years, pay close attention to the things that bring you joy. Write them down and let them guide you. Don't major in something just because your parents told you to, sorry parents, and try all of the new things because you can. Explore, find your truth. When I'm getting started on a new project, I always ask the subject the same question. Why do you want to make this film? My favorite answer, came from Stacey Abrams. I was curious why she, less than a year after losing the governor's race, would want to make a film about her failure. And also, why would she want to run again? She told me something that I carry with me, and I hope you can carry with you. She told me that she looked at the governor's role, a historically male-dominated one, and asked herself, why not me? Why not me? 3 simple words, but there's a whole world that lives inside of them. I spent a lot of time, especially when I was your age, class of 2023, telling myself that I couldn't do certain things. Whenever I thought about being a movie director, I would quickly shut down the thought because I hadn't seen anyone who looked like me do the job. For years, I told myself it was impossible, even though it was something I wanted for myself more than anything. I closed the door on an entire world and an entire life for myself. Don't make this mistake. At the beginning of this speech, I spoke about how different the world was when I graduated high school. But in spite of that, here are some things I've learned forever to be true. Being kind and helping others will never go out of style. Spending time with people who have grown up nothing like you and are from different cultures and backgrounds, those moments, those relationships, will make your world bigger, and it'll make you better for it. And finally, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, and especially don't let that person be yourself. Remember, why not you? Thank you for this tremendous honor, and congratulations, class of 2023. The world is yours for the taking.
Members of the class of 2023 will now receive their diplomas. Ryan Maxim Aggie cum laude.
Francisco Antonio Aguilar Estrada.
Nityanand Ahuja.
Tobiloba Adedotun Akinde.
Ashley Margaret Ansary.
Kelsey Janet Ansary.
Alexander Nicholas Barham cum laude.
Maziar Bahram Berami cum laude.
Xylee Maya Bender cum laude.
Jalen Isaiah Best.
Aset Hedtep Blijen.
Jacob Samuel Brill.
Anthony Thomas Castiello.
Guanton Chen. Yuvraj Singh Dillon.
Madden Lauren Diamond.
Liam Anthony Einsel.
Yejide Fagarori.
Charles Peter Fisher.
Sydney Elizabeth Foe.
Lauren Casey Fowler.
Marcel Tyrell Gardner.
Kai Grace Gibson.
Taylor Sky Gifford.
Eli Benjamin Gouge.
Liam Edward Graham.
Mung Yuen Hao.
Oscar Riley Hartnett Mueller.
Brooke Evelyn Holland.
Sejong Wong in absentia.
William Covington Jackson, cum laude.
Cameron Irvin Jones.
Mason Michael Jones.
Jackson Avery Kahn.
Inshira Lola Mafia Can Badu.
Congratulations. Aveen Victoria Cave, cum laude.
Emily Brenna Kelleher.
Andrew Michael Levine.
Yiming Liu.
Lorenzo Alfonso Lareda.
Good job.
Charlotte Stella Lobring, cum laude.
Natalie Drew Manos.
Congratulations.
Elizabeth Jane Matal, cum laude.
Tenoda Corey Matsatsa.
Jake Reed McClure.
Ethan Strauss McNamara.
Morena Bell Mitchell.
Celeste Andrea Mondragon.
Alexander Remy Myler in absentia.
Marcus Khalil Nana Sinkum, cum laude.
John David Nett.
Brendan Thorpe O'Neill III.
Amelie Marie Handit.
Congratulations. Tyler Watts Povinelli.
Mia June Rajai.
Cheyenne Ashley Reed.
Luca Matteo Ricci.
Connor Logan Robertson.
Ethan Maxwell Rosenberg.
Congratulations. Christina Nicole Rowe, cum laude.
Romello Thomas Rucker.
Samuel Lowery Ryan. Congratulations.
Nika Sadeghi.
Congratulations. Lauren Haley Safra, cum laude.
Devontae Elijah Sanders.
Simeon Tawalo Lulua, Sunny Aniola.
Alexander Saxton.
Congratulations. Catherine Ann Schneider, cum laude.
Kari Jaden Seals.
Samuel Martin Siegel, cum laude. Congratulations.
Ella Forenza Smith.
Congratulations. Malenko Petar Stojkovic, cum laude.
Yanchi Su.
All love.
Slade Michael Summers. Congratulations.
Ilhan Baran Tunser.
Congratulations. Lucas Aiden Vasilopoulos.
Zoe Rena Walden.
Congratulations. Samuel Theodore Weitzman. Congratulations, Sam.
Sam Augustus Weasel, cum laude.
Congratulations. Kylie Royce Wilbur, cum laude.
Sydney Ramella Wills.
Iris Josephine Zola. Congratulations.
Now, seniors, as head of school, I have one last set of instructions to give you. Please stand up and put on your caps if you're not wearing them. Take your tassels and move them from the right side to the left side of your cap. And with pride and pleasure, I present you as the graduated class of 2023. Now sit down again. In celebration and blessing of our new graduates, our singers will now present a Gaelic blessing. Thank you for that blessing, singers. It is a St. Andrew's tradition at graduation for members of the graduating class to write and deliver their own prayer for their class. This year, Celeste Mondragon and Connor Roberton will deliver the prayer for the class of 2023. Connor and Celeste.
Dear loving and gracious God, we thank you for the challenges you have laid out for us in order to discover our own paths.
It is because of these challenges that we have now developed skills to advocate for ourselves, to persevere through difficult obstacles, and to discern our passions.
We also thank you that each one of us is unique and that we each possess the resources and potential to achieve our goals.
Right now, we are at a place where we have an opportunity to grow and set down roots in a new community.
We are all being called to take what we have learned at St. Andrews and apply it to discovering our new paths.
Help us, God, to continue enlightening our minds, strengthening our wills, and impassioning our hearts.
We ask for guidance in expressing possible new identities, confidence as we embark on new journeys, and healing for Earth as we plan our futures on this planet. In your name we pray. Amen.
Let's go.
Okay. Go forth now, filled with hope. Be of good courage. Hold fast to all that is good. And remember that the God who created you walks with you, and whose Spirit working in you will enable you to accomplish things beyond your wildest imaginings. And may the blessing of that God, your God, go with you and remain with you forever. Amen.